Hey guys, welcome back to MU Sports TV. Guys, we are going to talk about Manchester United versus Chelsea. United are traveling away to London to face Chelsea at the Stamford Bridge in game week 37. And as far as I'm concerned, this game is not important for Manchester United, but it is very, very important for Chelsea because they are fighting for that chance in the top five next season. Remember, five teams in the Premier League will be going to the Champions League, plus the team that will win the Europa League this season between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspurs. So six Premier League teams are going to be playing the Champions League next season, and at the top five at the moment, Chelsea are struggling because Chelsea, they have a chance of playing in the Champions League if they qualify in the top five, and they have a chance of playing in the Europa League if they win the UEFA Conference League against Real Betis. So I think they will be prioritizing the top five finish. At the moment, they are fifth with their 63 points. They are below or above Aston Villa with 63, above Forest with 62, and those are the two teams closest to Chelsea at the moment. And having played the same number of games, Chelsea will be looking to win tomorrow against Manchester United in order to boost their chances of qualifying. So I think this is where the difference is going to be tomorrow. And by saying this, I'm just saying because they are going to field a strong first 11 for tomorrow's game. They're not going to rest their players because of the final they have in the UEFA Conference League. For United, they are going to rest players tomorrow because at the moment the least thing Ruben Amorim need is an injury added to already injured player in the names of Lenny Yoro, Matthias de Ligt, Eden Heaven, Diego Dalot, Lisandro Martinez, and Joshua Zirkzee. But three of these players can be available against Spurs on Wednesday. We are going to talk about that later. But at the moment, I'm talking about the importance of tomorrow's game at the Bridge. It's very important for Chelsea, but for United, it's just a game playing to finish the Premier League matches, because at the moment we played 36 games and United have 39 points, 24 points the difference between Chelsea and United in the table. A very, very disappointing campaign for Manchester United. Very, very, very unbelievable for performance from the players who seems unbothered sometimes. And Amorim said losing games at United is not becoming scary anymore, and that is scary. So guys, at the moment Manchester United are 16th in the Premier League table with 39 points. They are just 1 point above their fellow finalist in the Europa League, Spurs, with 38 points. They're below West Ham with 40 points, below Wolves 41, Everton 42. So the only teams below Manchester United in the Premier League are the three relegated teams: Ipswich, Leicester, and Southampton, and Tottenham Hotspurs. Very, very disappointing campaign for Manchester United. And if you told me this will happen by the start of the season, I wouldn't believe you. I will ask, what did you take for breakfast? But this is what it is at the moment. United struggling to win games. They've only win 10 matches out of 36. They've lost 17 games, and it's been many, many years since United lost amount of games. This amount of games in a single season. But it is what it is. United struggling to find form in the Premier League, but somehow they find form in the European competition, which they've stayed unbeaten all over the campaign until the final. That is really a bit of I can say that 10% of the season is based on Europa League, because the 90% in the Premier League has been really, really awful. So tomorrow's game for Ruben Amorim, I think against West Ham, he decided to go with the first 11. Yes, but things did not work out as planned because United lost 2-0 at Old Trafford. They lost one player through injury, that is Lenny Yoro. So on Sunday it was pain. Yes, it was pain. In fact, I wasn't pained by the fact that Tabi lost. What was really frustrating is the injury for Leni Yoro got, because he's been our best defender so far under Amorim, and alongside Delight Mazraoui, and we have a final in some days, and he picked an injury, very unfortunate, and bad timing for that injury. And aside the loss, which I don't think the loss was frustrating, because we've been losing games. As Amorim said, we're no longer afraid of losing games, and that is scary. But what was scary against West Ham was the fact that we lost Lenioro, and against Chelsea tomorrow, being that we don't have anything to fight for in the Premier League, we are not going to be relegated. We can't finish in the top 10. There's nothing else to smile about in the Premier League. I don't think Amorim will go with the first 11, because he doesn't want to blame himself again the way he did for the injuries for Lenior, and almost for Asmas Holland against West Ham on Sunday. So guys, Chelsea against Manchester United is always a very interesting fixture, because the last 10 games, Chelsea have only won one times against Manchester United. It was, I think, last season, the comeback by Chelsea at the Bridge. United were winning 3-2, and somehow they lost 4-3. They called Palmer hat trick. Yeah, if you remember that game. So that was the first Chelsea victory against Manchester United, and I think 9 outings. This season we've played at Old Trafford, where we drawn 1-1. I remember that Van Nistelrooy's short rain, that is. United are having a draws against Chelsea in the last 10 matches. They win at home and draw at the Bridge. And it has been the last time Chelsea won against Manchester United was in 2020 as well, in the at Old Trafford. It was in the FA Cup, if I'm not wrong. They won again last season in the Premier League at the Bridge. So the Chelsea game over the past 10 matches has always been United winning or draw, but mostly it has been a draw. If I can count the number of draws in the last 10 games, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in the last 10 games, Chelsea and Manchester United have played together. They've drawn 6 times, with Chelsea winning twice, United also winning twice. So it tells you this fixture is always interesting and somehow boring, because the goals doesn't seem to be there. Tomorrow, I think it is going to be different. United seems not to be afraid of losing games. Chelsea needs to win games. But one thing I'm sure of is United, they always find a way of winning games or getting points against top side this season, apart from Spurs. But against Arsenal, they've gotten a point at the Emirates. Against Liverpool, a point at Anfield. Against Manchester City, they've gotten 4 points at Old Trafford and the Etihad Stadium. So they've also gotten a point against Chelsea, yeah, at Old Trafford. So they always play differently when facing a big team. So this tells you something about tomorrow's match, because as many are saying that United will lose, it's like a certain they lose. But I won't be surprised if United will get a point against Chelsea, because against under Ruben Amorim, Manchester United have always been playing quite differently compared to when facing the teams below the top 6. Where I think there's going to be a lot of a debate is whether Ruben Amorim should go with the strong first 11, keeping in mind that we are facing Spurs 5 days from Friday tomorrow, the final very important game for us, or he should go with a youth, play the youth, don't care about the result anymore, because he played with a strong team against West Ham and we lost. So that is what Amorim was trying to prevent against West Ham losing. But he went with a strong 11, we lost. So it was in vain starting with the first 11 against Chelsea tomorrow. I don't care about the result. We need the players back, because imagine we don't win the Europa League and finish 17th in the table. Disaster. That will be a disaster. Ruben Amorim at the moment, I think winning Europa League can be okay. It won't hide us from the fact that it has been a unforgettable season, but at least it will be something. If you win the Europa League, I think the media will find something positive to say about Ruben Amorim. Yeah, because at the moment it is all about Manchester United in the media. It's just ridiculous because United are 17th in the Premier League, 16th. But if you go to the social media, it's all about Manchester United. Yeah, the Sky Sports. I don't know the Athletic. I don't know. One football. I don't know. BR football is all about Manchester United. Manchester United this, TNT Sports, Manchester United that. Oh, they will not hold a parade. They will not. Players are not going to be given only 2 tickets. They want to pay for the staff. It's all about Manchester United. People have forgotten about Liverpool. They have forgotten about Man City being in the FA Cup. Forgotten about Arsenal bottling the Champions League, the Premier League. They've forgotten about Chelsea being in the Conference League. It's all about Manchester United. So at the moment that they're talking about Manchester United, the board or the Ineos are deciding not to hold a parade in case United wins the Premier League, and now they wins the Europa League final, and now it's like a debate. Oh, they'll be silencing the fans if they don't hold a parade. They want to laugh at Manchester United for holding a parade. So since that's what happened, they won't find anything to say about United. That's why they are talking about that. We did not hold the parade in 2017 when we won the Europa League. So why do it now in our worst ever season? Very unfortunate. Thanks for watching, guys.